Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Raul Aconite's Indies today. Yes, thank you. Thank you for that wake-up call. Oh my goodness.
There is a praise. Love, Cupid.
Oh, it's in English and it's talking to me. Anyway, we're going to be finishing up Raul's Indies today. I will leave timestamps down below if you want to just skip to a certain ending, or if you want to watch it all the way through. I'll be skipping into the end. I won't be leaving timestamps for the choices to the endings, but for the endings themselves, but I will be going through each choice so you can follow along to the ending that you want. But I'm really curious about how some of the endings end, like the Oyster one.
Cupid. It's the name of a god who fulfills love. This is a story where I will be that goddess. A story about supporting cute couples and delivering true love to them.
This is already starting out way different than all the other good endings.
ねえねえ、あれ見た？ラクダに乗った女神パート2。
見た見た、あれ最高よね。ラウル・アコニットはかっこいいし、しかも甘い演技が最高。
ラウル・アコニットってあんな顔できたんだね。最初は恋愛映画って意外だったけど、完全にハマり役だった。
相手役の女の子も可愛いし、間違いなく今年ナンバーワンの映画よね。はあ、私もあんな恋してみたい。
そういえば知ってる？あの相手役の女優、キューピッドコーポレーションのアドバイザーなんだって。
え、本当？ああ、それでタイアップしてたんだ。入会費無料キャンペーン今やってるよね。
そうそう。それで実は私入会してたりして。
嘘、誘ってよ。私も入りたいんだけど。
じゃあ一緒に行こう。紹介キャンペーンもやってるんだって。
行く行く。映画みたいな恋できるといいな。
Achoo!
大丈夫？
What's wrong with
風
you?
邪？
Why you have a cold all of a sudden? Oh, I'm fine. Just some dust, I guess. I'm lying down on the bed with Raul. We're reading some news on my smartphone. We keep reading news related to mythology along with other matters of interest. News in relation to Gossip on the Camel Part 2. I've since decided to become an actress with Raul by my side. I'm a top bridal advisor and an actress now. I've been using my newfound profession as a way to reel in members to Cupid Corp. I don't have my arrows anymore, but I still am Cupid. I'm using my promotion as an actress to now bring people together. I'm praying that my new means will help as many people discover and find happiness in love.
やっぱどこのニュースサイトもラクダに乗った女神パート2の話題ばっかりだね。あ、見て見て、この人も君にアドバイザーしてもらいたいって。相変わらず君はキューピッドだね。ってどうしたの？
What's wrong with you? What's wrong? Aren't you nervous, Raul?
緊張ってより楽しみな方が大きいかな。だってこんな素敵な君の門出はないでしょ。それに俺にとっては明日の方が大きなイベントだし。
I would think that he would be nervous about all these men wanting her to be her advisor. Like, I'd probably be getting jealous. Tomorrow, we're holding our hands with our brilliant matching rings on our fingers. We look at it and then we look at each other. We're finally going to get married. These rings are our vows. Is at tomorrow's event. I've asked him to hold the wedding back until we finish today's event. Today's event, just thinking about it gives me a headache. Right, but this is still nerve-wracking. I lean on Raul as he pats me gently on the back.
ほらほら、 そんな可愛い子にはこうしちゃうよ。
Raul smiles and gives me a kiss. I close my eyes amid the warmth around me. It's like magic. Being kissed by someone you love fills you with the energy you need. We feel heat as our legs come together. I wonder how long it's been since I started living here like this. I see most couples calm down after a bit of living together for a while. What are you doing? Are you getting excited again? Oh my goodness. But in our case, the more we're together, the more we fall deeper in love. We're stuck to each other like a pair of mating doves. Oh my goodness, I don't even know this. You keep your personal life to yourself.
大丈夫大丈夫。俺がついてるから。何があっても何とかするよ。
Really?
うん。
Raul lets out an innocent smile, then gently kisses me again. He knows what to do to ease my soul. This place is my most favorite place in the world. The gentle kissing slowly gets deeper. I suddenly snap out of my euphoria from his sensual touch. Not now, Raul. We need to get ready.
もうそんな時間？まだ平気だよ。
Oh, stop. This is just one day. We can't be late, ever. After all, we need to attend the Academy Awards? Academy Awards? Oh my goodness. I'm just gonna call it that. It took me a long time to figure out how to pronounce that word. The red carpet lies ahead of me. Raul and I slowly place our feet on the carpet. Oh, doesn't he look handsome? Lights start flashing around us the moment we step onto the red carpet. Raul places his arm around my waist and calmly smiles at the flashing cameras. I follow suit and straighten myself. I then move closer to Raul and smile.
ラクダに乗った女神パート2で話題を集めた俳優ラウル・アーコニットとリネット・ミラーのお二人が登場しました。お二人ともコメントいただけますか？
I'm surprised this person has a name, James. He pushes his mic in front of us. I look up at Raul. He calmly winks at the audience and the camera.
はい、ラウル・アコニットです。久しぶり。レッドカーペットに来るのはジェラシックソードぶりかな。ノミネートしてもらえて嬉しいです。受賞できるともっと嬉しいな。ぜひまだ見てない人もラクダに乗った女神パート2見てね。
ありがとうございました。ところでミラーさんは映画初出演にして助演女優賞にノミネートされているとのことですが、何かコメントはございますか？
I'm honored to have the chance to be a part of my favorite movie, Gossip on the Camel, and even more honored to be nominated.
ありがとうございました。
硬いね。
It's not like I've done this before. My debut was nominated for Best Supporting Actress. It's more amazing than losing my arrows as Cupid.
ところでお二人のラブシーンと恋するピュアな姿が話題になりましたが、お二人ともお揃いの指輪もされているんですね。もしや二人はプライベートでもお付き合いを？
Raul and I look at each other. I ask him with my eyes if we should disclose our relationship, and he just winks yes.
はい。彼女は僕の女神です。
Aww. Raul pulls me into his arms. Suddenly, the audience lets out a cheer. I should kiss her in front of all the cameras. What? Really? We got a scoop? Who's talking? Amid the crowd, I can hear the clamor of voices and confetti starts to fly amid the air. I hear someone yell out, "There's already is a Cupid!" This is the story of Cupid, a real goddess, turned a lover to become someone's goddess. The sound of surprise and congratulations rise from the crowd. We hold our hands and walk down the red carpet. That was a really short ending. You should have kissed her in front of everyone. Make everyone scream.
わお、君のラブタイプもルダスだったんだね。相性バッチリだなんて最高に嬉しいよ。でももう遊びの恋はおしまいかな。君に本気の恋をしちゃったからね。俺と出会ってくれてありがとう。かわいいかわいい俺のキューピッドさん、大好きだよ。
I understood about half of that. I think he was. I heard the Ludus love type, so I think he was saying something about, oh, you're the Ludus love type or whatever. I think he said either congratulations or thank you, and he said kawaii, so either that could mean a bunch of different things. It could be cute or cool. Probably cute, and then I heard the word love in there, and that and something about being Cupid. So my brain translated it to oh, you're a love type too, you're so cute, you're my personal Cupid and my goddess of love is what I'm translating it to anyway. That's my personal translation. Okay, let's see. Let's say file 3 and 4. Okay, so we're gonna go down normal end and bad end. Was that all there is? Normal end and bad end? There's still the 2 common root ends, which I guess I'll do at the end of Alan's route, just because I don't know what the secret root's going to entail. So we'll do the common root endings at the end of Raul's. So we're gonna let's save file 3. Actually, let's do the bad end first, and then we'll do the normal end last. And on a good note. Let's see, we're on 4. Eat the oysters. Okay. We're going to, the small oyster under the slice of lemon we're going to eat, which is probably going to give us food poisoning. After giving it some thought, I decided to eat the small oyster under the slice of lemon. I eat it in 1 scoop, give it a good chew, and then swallow it down. Suddenly, I feel something strange coming down on me. Not that I feel bad, but my senses are telling me that I made the wrong choice.
どうしたの？なんか変だった？
Oh, I think the oyster I just ate was a bit weird.
え、大丈夫？吐き出さなくて平気？
Well, I did swallow it already.
そっか。でも俺はなんか怖いからやめとくよ。
It's like, no thanks. How gently pushes the plate of oysters away from him. I'm sure they're fine, but I don't want to risk Raul over something he doesn't want. There are other good food around anyway. He doesn't need to force himself to eat the oysters. With that behind Raul, I continue munching on the other meals. But as time went on, I felt something rising from my stomach and... I feel sick. This isn't good. My body is slowly getting cold and I can't get myself to move from the stomach ache and bile rising inside me.
先生、大丈夫？
I shake my head as talking is probably going to make me puke. I feel sick. I want to say that, but I can't now, and I can't even get myself to walk. My body feels completely cold now, and my stomach is wrenched in pain. With that, I go unconscious. Oh no.
ああ、先生が倒れた。オイスターだ。オイスターに当たったんだ。
I know this is supposed to be like a bad ending, but this is funny. The oyster, that she's down from the oysters.
サタンが襲撃してきた。世界侵略、ロサンヨーク決戦がついに始まる。
The final battle is about to begin. It's funny. Oh my goodness, there's an actual... The Dishonorable Mayor Oyster. Oh my goodness, there's an actual route for this. A few days later. Not a route, there's an actual section for this. Here. I'm friends with the toilet again. I think I'm going to die. I've never expected food poisoning from eating oysters as this bad. The day after the incident involving the ambulance, I've been diagnosed with food poisoning from the oyster I ate. Eating it raw was dangerous after all. It's exactly like Ross said, oysters are Satan. Even I couldn't fight off the food poisoning from the oyster as a god. So far my days have been filled with vomiting and fainting. As a result, I've been staying put asleep, leaving Raul alone with his shoots.
リネット、大丈夫？ 水買ってきたわよ。
Grr.
ちょっと女の子がそんな汚い履き方しないの。
It's not like she can help it. But Oyster, it just can't.
とにかく水分はちゃんととってね。
Thanks. There. Ugh.
というわけで彼女ちょっと話せるようではないのですみません、お引き取りください。
Who's she talking to?
そうみたいね。まったくせっかく恋の予感があったのに全部パーだわ。
How nice of you to be concerned. Huh? Is that Raul's agent? I want to turn around, but I bet I'll just vomit if I do. I decided to keep myself in this position for a while longer.
ああ、それがね、ラウル・アコニットが撮影をほったらかしてボルトモア行っちゃったんだって。
He just leave? Huh? Why did he? Bleh.
それが神をも苦しめるオイスターはむしろ神なんじゃなんて言ってカキ漁をしにボルトモアへ行っちゃったの。
He went to harvest oysters?
撮影もまだ途中なのによ。それであなたさえよければ連れ戻しに行ってほしかったんだけど。
どう見ても無理ね。
Vomit.
そのようね。
I can hear sighing from the living room. Sure, I'd love to bring Raul back. First, I need to somehow drag myself out of the bathroom, but I can't move a bit. She won't be going anywhere. It took me a whole week to somehow recover to the point that I didn't feel like vomiting. During then, I really haven't eaten much, so it took another 2 weeks to somehow get myself back into shape. It's been 3 weeks since I had that oyster. Just when I'm finally back to health, I see Raul on the TV. What did he do?
Next up, former actor Raul Aconite announced that he will run for the upcoming Baltimore mayor election.
Is he going to veto oysters?
はーい、どうも。オイスター市長を目指してます。ラウル・アコニットです。
Why is he the oyster-loving mayor? I thought he liked her. Is this... okay.
アコニット氏は俳優を辞めオイスター保護財団を立ち上げたことでこのボルトモアでは注目を浴びています。
I'm so
多
confused.
くのファンが俳優業引退を惜しむ声を上げていますが、出馬を決めたのには何がきっかけとなったのでしょう。
そうですね。やはりオイスターが絶滅の危機に瀕していると知ったからです。はじめ、私はオイスターに当たった経験からオイスターをサタンの手先だと思っていました。でも違いました。オイスターはただ助けを求めていただけ。だから私や神をも食中毒で苦しめたんです。
神？
オイスターは神をも食あたりにさせる力を持っていました。これもきっと全ては絶滅を逃れるためです。オイスターの気持ちを知った私はオイスターを守るために財団を立ち上げました。ですがそれだけではできることに限りがあります。ここボルトモアはオイスターの産地で有名です。オイスターが絶滅すれば困る人も大勢いるでしょう。だから市長となってみんなと力を合わせオイスターを守ろうと思ったんです。どうぞ皆さんよろしくお願いします。
ありがとうございました。このように今ボルトモアではオイスターの乱獲を問題視する活動が増え、
Like he just ditched Cupid. I don't understand.
もう手遅れみたいね。
Seems like it. I stopped packing my luggage and then dropped onto the sofa. I was actually preparing to head to Baltimore to bring Raul back. But it seems like he's already dropped his acting career and is now moving to enter the world of politics. I check out my smartphone and find a scathing email from Raul's agent who saw the news broadcast. And just when his acting for the romance was getting better. This is all because I got food poisoning as a god from the oyster I ate. If only I didn't eat that oyster back then. Not that regretting what I did makes a difference now. I ate that small oyster under the lemon back then and got food poisoning. It was like playing a game of Russian roulette. I have a feeling things would have been different if I chose a different oyster. Oyster-loving mayor. Raul has the spirit to make things happen, so I'll bet he'll be mayor one day, and a great one at that. But I have no reason to be with him anymore. After all, my mission was to give him tips in romance and help with his acting career. Nothing else I can do now. I better get back to work. My role as his advisor is done now. I'll continue my work here at Cupid Corp so I can get promoted. I mean, I am the bringer of love, Cupid. My role as Cupid doesn't involve protecting oysters. That was so strange. He just went from hating oysters to just protecting them. I don't understand. Because he was pretty far in love with her at this point. Like, I would assume he would go and like try to eradicate all the oysters, but whatever. Okay. Number 3. Alright, we're gonna leave after he falls asleep. Let's get you to bed first. I'll make my decision after we see how you're doing, okay? I have a feeling that Raul won't be getting any rest if I stay around. This is after he just got stabbed in the arm after protecting her. I'm sure that the best choice is to stay until he falls asleep, then quickly take my leave.
そっか。そうだよね。わかった。とにかくベッド行ってくるね。
Raul walks upstairs to his bedroom with a gloomy expression on his face. I get the feeling that's not what he wanted to hear. I felt even worse watching him wobble his way to his room. I should have just told him I'd stay the night regardless of how I feel. He's clearly feeling lonely. Granted, it's kind of my fault that he was stalked and then injured. I felt obligated to stay as part of my work as his advisor, plus he said he wouldn't do anything. It's okay, right? True, but I keep going back and forth on my decision as I wash the dishes. Now that I'm done, I head back to check on him. He's sleeping near the edge of his bed. He's made a very obvious space on his bed for me. Plus he's sleeping so close to the edge, I'm worried he'll roll off. Fine, I guess it's fine. Raul's asleep anyways, plus I need some rest too. I'm pretty worn out after everything that's happened, plus it's a pain trying to go home now. I try to hold back my yawns by closing my mouth tight as I prepare to lay down. It's 2 in the morning. I think we already read this part. Okay, we're going to skip to the next part. We're not going to eat the poison-filled one. We're going to skip to the next one. We're going to go down the path on the right instead of the left.
それでラストでハプニングが起きちゃったから。
And then we're going to say, why did you do all this?
目的？彼への愛に決まってるじゃない。他はどうなってもいいの。彼さえいれば。
Alright, we're going into the normal ending right after Lynette has saved Raul. Part-time Parasite. Is that her or him? A few months later, Raul and I meet up in front of the university. Today is the monthly debate of the Mythological Society. Sorry to keep you waiting.
いつものランチボックス買っといたよ。
I arrive at the university to see Raul there as usual. Yes, the actor Raul Aconite. He's the mythology nerd and now my lover. Yes, like it could be anyone else. That day when Raul was able to suppress Alexander, the divine soldiers came down to take Auntie back to Celestia. My dad took care of the aftermath of the calamities, so the damage done to the human realm was kept to a minimal. As for my Cupid arrows, Chi took them and flew away to Celestia. With all that settled, Raul was able to finish his part in Goddess Upon the Camel Part 2. As for me, I'm back here in Cupid Corp working as an advisor. I got a promotion, so I'm the chief bridal advisor now. But it sort of went to waste since it was no time for me to gloat to my dad, and also because I turned into a human. It didn't go to waste. That's what you wanted. I found out later about what happened in Celestia from an email that I got from Dad. He sent it from Auntie's confiscated phone. He wrote in the email that I was right and that Auntie had made the gods reconsider about their divine interventions. So it's kind of like the same, except Marge just admits that he's right, or that she's right. Auntie was sent to prison, so I bet she won't come out for 100 years at least. What that means is that she won't cause trouble. And so Alexander the Great incident came to a close. Everything is back to normal again. All that is left is me losing my right as Cupid, who is now living as a human with the mythology nerd, the obsessed parasite Raul.
どうしたの?
Nope, no problem here. Huh?
食べる手が止まってたから。
I completely forgot about eating the lunch he got for us. I grabbed a sandwich and then looked up into the sky. Oh, I was just thinking about how everyone was doing.
みんなって深海のみんな?
Yes, you know, like Chi, my dad, and Auntie. But she said Chi first. It's her favorite.
きっと元気だよ。じゃなきゃこんなにいい天気のはずないでしょ?
That's probably true. Raul lets out an innocent smile and then takes another bite. You're right. If something is wrong in Celestia, like if Auntie or Lord Jupiter were fighting, then the weather wouldn't be this calm. The weather has been great and there isn't a sign of thunder anywhere. I'm sure things are fine. We let out a chuckle before taking another bite of our sandwiches. Raul, the formal Alexander the Great, and I, the formal Cupid, were living our lives as humans in peace. They both went to Celestia while I was an actual god, which is why we're attending these debates today. It'd be a colossal waste of knowledge if we didn't share what we knew.
じゃあそろそろ行こっか。
Sure. We finish our lunch boxes and prepare to go in. Today's debate should be themed around Greek mythology. We step inside the classroom when suddenly the members surround us.
リーダー、読みましたよ、新作。
What?
私も買いました。どうかサインを。
Someone make a book? Thank you, everyone. Does she make a book? I sign away on the books in order as they come. We've been publishing books as experts on mythology. Some were novels, some were writings on our findings and studies. We've already released a good number of publications about what we know about Celestia under the name Raul and Lynette. Why we're doing this is because we don't want to lose our knowledge to time. It's strange to assume myths only refer to the past and not the present. It's not like the gods are gone or anything. If anything, gods exist, but the people don't believe in them anymore. Which means that myths we know need to be updated. So we decided to publish our works, but I didn't expect them to be this successful. I now have fans in the Mythological Society and even became their debate leader and teacher. I never expected this would happen.
先生、それでぜひ今日の討論会が終わった後は我が家に。
いや、今回こそうちに。
ダメ。この子は俺の。
Like, I don't think so. Raul lifts me into his arms and moves me away from the crowd. Everyone lets out a deep sigh seeing Raul lift me away from them.
先生がネプチューン女性説を唱えていた人に取られるだなんて。
That's funny.
あんまりですよ。ラウル、独り占めしないでください。
やだよ。
No. Raul lets out a chuckle and walks to a nearby seat and puts me down on his lap. It's always like this. Raul purposefully puts me on his lap to show them he's special. And then he looks happy doing it. No one sees Raul the actor. They treat him as a mythology-loving brethren and friend.
だいたい俺だって先生だしリーダーだよ。ギリシャの遺跡を発見したのも 俺と彼女の2人だしさ。
If anything, you're the teacher's pet.
ああ、プルート地下神殿の論文ですか？見ましたけれど、さすがに作り話が過ぎますよ。車が出てきてマンティコアと遭遇するなんて。
本当なんだけどな。
Yes, they're true, all right. But we did find out later that those were things that my aunt probably added to the ruins later. What we also discovered was that the shrine itself was made for Pluto about 4,000 years ago.
そういえば、君が穴に落ちかけたのも、もしかしたら冥界にいるプルートがキューピッドを呼び寄せようとしたのかもね。
Huh? You think? I thought that was just some kind of coincidence.
ちょっと2人とも何話してるんですか？こんなところでイチャつかないでください。
We're not fooling around.
まあ、俺たちカップルだしね。
He likes rubbing this in their face. He's like, she is mine. Oh, stop it. Now let's get on with the debate. Let's start on the subject of Venus.
はーい。
With my words, everyone takes their seat. Now that we have order, I get off Raul's lap and pass out my report to everyone before heading to the chalkboard. Now then, please open to page 1 and look at diagram 1-1. I start talking about my subject for the day. Everyone is listening intently as I continue with my report.
おお、なんて斬新な切り口なんだ。
やはり我らがリーダー、今日もキレッキレですね。
More praises. I also hear many giving me their interesting perspectives. Another satisfying day spending my time here at the Mythological Society. Before I knew it, we were done and this month's debate had been adjourned. Thank you, everyone. I'll see you next month.
お疲れ様です。
Everyone waves at me as I take my leave with Raul in tow.
じゃあ今日も図書館行こっか。
Again?
うん。だって次の新作はキューピッドのことにするって決めたでしょ。まだまだ調べなきゃ。
What more information do you need than the actual Cupid? We're working to publish a new book as Raul and Lynette. The subject explores the concept regarding Cupid as a title that is given to various gods. So I've been pretty much living with Raul at his place recently to get the publication ready. In turn, Clara seems pretty sad not seeing me around lately. I really should spend more time at my place down on 2nd. But at this rate, I doubt I have the time to spend at home right now. We've been having a hard time finding evidence to support that Cupid is merely a title that is handed through generations. In the first place, there aren't many materials touching on Cupid. This turned out to be more than we expected. But we checked most of everything we could find at the library.
大丈夫。今日は別の切り口から調べ事してみようって思ってるから。
Different approach.
ヒントは神話の棚だけじゃないってことだよ。
Wouldn't that be the first place you look? Al smiles and holds my hand.
ほら、行こう。
Okay. This felt more like a date with Raul at the library, the time well spent in my eyes. I happily nodded in response to his suggestion. But... Oh, Raul.
ん？なーに？
Sounds like he's up to something. This is making it incredibly hard to read.
いいじゃん、いいじゃん。君とくっつけるし、本も読めるし。一石二鳥ってやつだよ。
But what if someone sees us?
大丈夫。ここら辺の棚って人気ないし、普段人がいるのを見たことないから。
He found the restricted section.
だから、俺の相手もして。
Raul whispers in my ear before pressing a kiss. I almost stopped the book from the tickle. Hey, Raul, if we're doing this, we should do it at your place instead.
うちにはこの後来るでしょ。そこでじっくり話すためにも、参考になりそうな本いっぱい借りてこうよ。ほら、覚えてる？前に古代宇宙飛行施設についても調べたいなって言ってたでしょ。最近その文献読むのにハマっててさ。この本あたりに キューピッドのヒントがあると思うんだよね。
Raul picks up a book from the shelf as he's talking ever so light-heartedly. That's a strange book he picked. Alien Gods, The Secret of Pyramids Revealed. I open the book as we sit together in close company. We read a bit, but it doesn't seem to have what we're looking for.
やっぱりなかなかないみたいね。執筆、苦労しそうだな。
Sure is. You keep taking books from the shelves, read them, and place them back. I'm about finished with my book now. You know, I've been thinking, maybe we don't need to write about it.
え?
I mean, we're the only ones who know the truth right now, and I'm actually good with that. What we've been through is beyond surreal at this point. We could talk about Celestia or how Minerva awakened Alexander the Great. They all sound like something taken from a fantasy flick. Raul and I are the only ones that know of the secret behind Cupid, and I'm absolutely fine with that.
二人だけの秘密か。いいな、それ。
Raul sways happily as he holds me in his arms.
君がキューピッドだったことを知ってるのは俺だけ。それがいいかも。俺だけが、君が元女神で、恥ずかしがり屋で、甘えん坊なことを知ってるんだね。
This is really cute. He's getting such a joy out of being the only one to know. My face is getting hot by the minute hearing his words. Well...
ね。キスしよ
う。I blush hearing him whisper again into my ear. When we get home.
こういうところだからいいんじゃん。君の恥ずかしがる顔が見られてさ。
Don't tell me he wanted to come here because of this. I angrily turn around, only to be greeted by Raul with a firm kiss on my lips.
好きあり。
This is amazingly embarrassing. I actually heard our lips come apart. I hurriedly give the book in my hand a squeeze to prevent myself from dropping it. We're in the library, and I don't want to bring attention to the book falling to the floor right now. Unbelievable, Raul.
ねえ、大好きだよ。
Raul chuckles and gives me another kiss, a tender and slightly ticklish kiss on my lips.
だから、誰にも君のことあげない。みんなのリーダーでいるのが悪いんだ。
Says the silly-wit actor Raul.
それとこれとは別だよ。神話討論会、相変わらず男ばっかだし。心配だよ。
Now he's pouting. Raul pouts and puffs out his cheeks. He lets out the child in him sometimes, despite being so tall and mature. Which is what I love about him. I can look past his pranks because of his sweet innocence. Everyone knows that I already love you, Raul. I look around before giving him a kiss. He suddenly lets out a bright smile.
じゃあやっぱり、キューピッドのことは二人だけの秘密にしよう。キューピッドが代替わりしてて、87代目のキューピッドは、こんな可愛い女の子だったってことは、俺たちだけの秘密だよ。
Raul puts the book that was in my hand back in place on the shelf and gives me a good hug. Sounds good. We should also keep secret that Cupid lost her powers after falling in love with a mortal man.
全部内緒。俺たちだけの秘密。好きだよ。リネット。
I love you too, Raul. We relay our love to each other as we quietly kiss at the corner of the library. They had to go to the back aisle. Our kiss here in the library and the fact that I was once Cupid is a secret. I know what we've been through is simply unbelievable, but everything is true. Now then, for the next publication, maybe we can make a fictional story of Cupid being a girl. A nonfiction story under the guise of fiction. I'm sure people won't mind us releasing such a book. It would be so mind-blowing that no one would believe it. I think I'll write at the very end that what the reader has read is all true. I wonder what people would think seeing that. Maybe some will believe that Cupid really was a girl. But if that happens, then I'm sure the 88th Cupid would be surprised. It's okay, right? After all, it is true that Cupid was a girl. I liked the normal ending much more than the happy ending. Yeah, it's cool. She's an actress and all, but this was really adorable. It's so much better. Raul is just having a good old time with his teasing. I really like it when the characters tease her, because, I don't know, the voice acting during all that is just, I don't know, it's really good and cute.
ロードするのか。ああ、構わない。
Okay.
どの瞬間
We
で
are
も私は
we're loading save file.
あれテストをやめるの？
Okay, we're loading save file 1 and we're going to go take the bad love test so we can get Raul's last ending, which is usually the worst because we don't share a love type with him at all. And let's see, it's answer no to all except question 2. So no, yes, no, 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 and alright.
アガテね。
So
自
we
分を犠牲
that
にして
actually
も
makes
相
sense.
手に尽くす。相手の幸せを優先するタイプね。
It actually makes sense that we get Gil's love type because Raul is the opposite of Gil. Raul likes short, quick flings, and Gil wants a everlasting love. And now we're going to go to we're going to go through every choice, choosing the right choices, and then that will lead us to his bad end.
今日は助かった。
It's all part of the job, right?
そうか。そう言ってもらえて安心した。
Raul Aconite. How come it didn't let me choose? Maybe it chose for me. I was supposed to choose to talk about what we learned in college, but it didn't let me choose that, which is weird. Okay, it let me choose it this time. We're going to talk about what we learned in college. I had to go start a whole new game just to get this to work. Because yeah, I went down Riku's route again. I'm like, I don't want to. Alright, don't take the brat.
やっぱり信用ないか。そう。
Is he mad? Report her to the police. Should go into Raul's route now. I was gonna say, I wonder if this section is gonna actually come up. See, the suggestion from the back of my mind if there is a double on my shoulder. Well, I'm the real deal Cupid. I've been matchmaking like this for ages. Okay. I don't know what the context of this is because we're not supposed to see it until after Alan or after Raul's route. We're gonna say we're not gonna use Cupid's bow. We'll figure out what the context is when we go through Alan's, so. Wait, no, that would go against my goals. I'm going to skip it for now and we'll see it in Alan's route.
ありがとう。それで。
Alright. There's something I want to ask you. I'm gonna peek at his phone.
君はネプチューンとキューピッド
Say
両
what you're
方が
really
女性。
thinking. Moulin Rouge. I'm going to stop him. That poor face. We don't want to leave him alone. Pump Oyster on the right so we don't get food poisoning. And we're gonna go down the left. And this is the last choice.
わからないけど、一旦ここで休もうか。今日も結構歩いたしね。
This is the last choice, so I'm assuming he stays Alexander the Great and something bad happens. So I'm going to do the skip read option until we get to the unread dialogue. Bad love match. Yep, so she's in her own world now. Minerva sent her away. Now she has Alexander alter herself. It happened. Revelation is upon the human world. Oh no. Everyone's gonna die. Lightning and stone flies down from the sky. I look up to the skies in stupor as the ominous weather marks the end of the world. Oh my goodness, it's Jupiter! It's about time you showed up. He's trying to protect humanity. That's really cool. That scared me. Jupiter has been fighting Alexander the Great in the heavens for weeks now. Oh my goodness, weeks. Alexander the Great, who wants to rule the human world, and the Jupiter, who wants to protect the human world, have clashed. As a result, a great war has erupted in Celestia, a modern-day gigantomachia, I guess. I thought Alexander the Great was a normal human. That may be true, but now that I think about it, I recall hearing about how Alexander the Great bore the blood of gods within him. Whatever the case, now that he took over Raul's body, he is exhibiting his power as a god. Which is why he isn't falling to Jupiter's attacks, and he can fly while raining down stone. The battle between the two gradually escalated and is not affecting the human world. Ah, another jet down! Each country's air force sent in their jet fighters to stop the battle, but each time they're getting shot down. Jupiter may be fighting to protect humans, but it sort of defeats the purpose with all these casualties. And yet the two continue to fight. Power is out all over because of the lightning bolts constantly touching ground, which in turn is affecting distribution.
Sticky.
What was wrong with you? This is all Auntie's fault. Auntie, you're supposed to be the god of war and wisdom. Stop them and give me back my arrows.
やっぱり彼は戦っている姿が一番だわ。かっこいい。
Auntie! She can't hear me screaming at her. She's floating in the air and I can't go near her with my power as a god gone. At this rate, this world is going to be destroyed, though I bet the gods don't really care. Poor Jupiter cares. After all, Celestia is detached from Earth. Gigantomachia, Noah and the Genesis flood, Ragnarok, Nostradamus' predictions, and the Mayan apocalypse. Media around the world is broadcasting that the world's end has finally arrived. There is nothing that humans can do about it. I mean, there's a reason that they're called gods. Humans are powerless against them. Gods can bring the end of the world if they want to. I shouldn't have fallen in love if it was going to come to this. If I didn't fall in love, then this world might have been saved. Not that anything will change now. The lightning and stones chip away at Earth. As the world begins to crumble, all I can do is think about whether there is an afterlife for me and wait. That's it? Jupiter gets one line and that's it? Oh my goodness. Dang it. The end. Well, that's the end of the bad end.
ああ、君のラブタイプはアガペだったんだね。俺はルダスなんだって。遊びの恋だなんて言われたけど、本気の恋と何が違うのかいまいちピンとこないんだよね。ねえ先生、もう一度俺とメイクラブしてみない？そうしたらわかるかも。
I really wish they would have translated that, but yeah, so I inserted this after the normal end because I forgot about it. So it may seem a little disoriented, but I needed to include it in the endings. But I wish they would have translated what he says at the end of this. Because he says something about, oh, you're an agape love type, I'm Ludus, blah blah blah. That's all I pretty much got out of it. And something about making love. So he probably was like, you know, chastising you for choosing wrong and stuff like that. Would have been cool if they translated it though. So anyway, that is the end of Raul's endings. I think it's going to be short because I have to cut out a little bit of skipping, but yeah, probably like 40 minutes, which I guess isn't too short when you think about it. But the good ending being like 8 minutes was really short. As always, if you enjoy, drop a like down below and or subscribe. And I'll see you guys in Alan's Route. Bye.